Hey everybody, Manga Mike here, and in today's video, so weird to say that it's been so long since I actually made a video. Today's video, we're actually going to be talking about making videos. We're really going to be talking about like what happened with the channel, where I'd like to go with the channel, and just things of that nature. Just kind of giving everybody an update on what's going to go down. So let's start with what happened with the channel. So I think what happened was I, as a person and as an artist, was getting slightly discouraged about the fact that I didn't really understand how to draw. And I still don't. I'm learning slowly but surely, and I would like to be able to kind of give and gift that knowledge as I move along to people. And I'm sure that what's going to end up happening, and this is the part that I think that kind of made me stop, I'm sure what's going to end up happening is I'm going to be creating a lot of stuff and people are going to be thinking to themselves, like, what's this guy doing? This is horribly incorrect, like things of that nature. But really, it's okay, right? In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if the things that I'm doing aren't 100% accurate and aren't the best of advice, because there's plenty of tutorials and stuff out there that aren't the greatest thing on the planet, and that's okay too. So what I'm going to really be focusing on in this channel, which was going to be the focus of my channel to begin with, was I'm really going to hammer down on the fact that I am in between at this point. I think I'm better than I was when I first started, but I'm in between this stage of being like a beginner and being more of like what I would call a novice. I don't know, I might be a little bit more of a novice now. I have no idea. But regardless, I'm still actively trying to work on my art. I don't have a set style or anything of that nature yet. I'm still working on how to draw things in perspective, even simple objects like cubes, as you see me like working on heads now and stuff like that. But that is kind of what I would like to start to do on this channel. And again, that was kind of like the original intent of this channel, was to create things and have fun with the community and learn together. And I lost that because I got self-conscious, which is fine. I feel like that happens to all of us as artists. But again, it is something that I would like to really work on in the future. And I'm going to try to make content for everybody a little more consistently. With that being said, since this video has been like super duper short, I'm also going to quickly talk about my experience thus far doing YouTube and doing like webtoons. So I've been doing a webtoons comic now for about I think it's coming up on my year anniversary. What have I learned? I have learned that I have a lot to do as far as improving as an artist. I've also learned that that's okay. I have also started to develop, at least for me, what feels like a very meaningful way of working on my art, which is I've developed kind of a new process for myself. And this process is I do a chapter or an episode of my webtoon comic. Definitely not a chapter, it's an episode. After I do that episode, I then go ahead and I fix/learn more about things that I struggled with during that episode. Right now I'm working on heads, which out of all things, I think I struggle the least with heads at this point, because all of this, like I said before, you don't see me using a reference. All of this is just from my noggin right now. And is it perfect? No. But is it better than anything I've done in a while? Yes. Um, but for instance, I find my bodies in particular to look very stiff. So I have been taking a course on figure drawing. I have found that course to be so helpful, not just for figure drawing, but just in general and how I perceive and do my art. And I'm going to continue to use this kind of weird little process that I've developed as I work on my art because um, I'm finding that it's making me become a better artist overall. Um, and that's kind of my point of the video in general and YouTube, webtoons, Instagram, what have you. Um, don't be afraid to explore. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to not put out or don't be afraid to put out something that's not perfect. I think that when our heads get in the way and we feel like we have to be perfect with absolutely everything we do, we really inhibit ourselves from being able to improve. And I don't even know if that's just like art advice. I think that that could be almost life advice, right? If you are so worried about creating something that's beautiful and perfect, or being the best at something and meticulously trying to improve and all that good stuff without real direction, and you're just being hard on yourself and cruel to yourself, you're not, that's a rough head talking about being cruel to yourself. I was cruel to that head. Um, but you're not gonna make it far in whatever you're trying to do because you're gonna be too busy beating yourself up. Um, so for all of these things, like if you're wondering, for instance, should I start doing YouTube? Should I start, making a web comic? Yeah, you should. Um, with the caveat of you're gonna be disappointed at times in yourself and in the process, and that's okay. Just don't beat yourself up about it, because if you're beating yourself up about it, what are you really doing, right? Why are you doing this? Are you really enjoying it, or are you just kind of doing it just to do it? Don't lose that initial flame or flare that you have of genius, or whatever you want to call it, the eureka moment where you're like, I want to do this because this is why it's meaningful for me, and this, right? If you lose that, you're going to lose yourself in this process, and you're going to be very upset with the results, and you're going to feel, bad. Just be kind to yourself throughout this process. That's, I think, the biggest thing that I've learned about doing all of this stuff, is that I need to learn to be kind to myself throughout this process so that I can truly learn and truly develop as a human being and as an artist. So, anyways, yeah, that's kind of where I think this channel is going. This channel is going to be more so about trying to find my way as an artist and kind of documenting that, and maybe giving unsolicited advice along the way. But just trying to have fun again doing all of this, and just posting, whether that's just posting to post, or posting to actually help people, or what have you. So anyways, if that's something you feel like you could be interested in, please stick around in this channel. I'm going to try to have a lot of fun doing all this stuff and learning, and hopefully it's a good learning experience for you, and hopefully it's rewarding for you as it's going to be for me. I find this process very therapeutic. It's like having my own, like, I guess it's almost like a vlog, but my own like little personal diary that's being recorded and sent out into the world. So again, thank you so much for sticking around. If you want to support me, go ahead and check out my Webtoons comics Steam. It's very much a work in progress, and it's my little baby. I've made a lot of mistakes, which maybe I'll talk about in a future video, but it's something that I've really enjoyed doing. And yeah, check that out on Webtoons, and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I appreciate it. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. I'm Manga Mike, and I'm out.